Hey guys, this is Scott with Texas Archery. I'm here with JP France from the Houston Astros, and he texted me a couple weeks ago asking me about the Phase 4, and he's really trying to decide, does he stick with his V3X, or does he go ahead and switch over to his this Phase 433? So we're going to go ahead and have him test shoot this bow and see if it's something that makes sense for him to switch over to. You ready?
Let's do it.
All right. So JP, he's got the Phase 433. This is at what, 28.5-inch draw, 75 pounds, and that arrow's moving out too.
Yeah, I mean, like I was mentioning, I want to stay around that 280 mark. So I'm thinking about going maybe a little lighter with an arrow this year. But yeah, let's see what this thing does.
Okay.
You good? Man, I like that string angle. I can't say that enough. Height's good?
Yep, height's good. So he mentioned the string angle. He was shooting a V3X 29 before, and now you're looking at the 33. And the string angle does feel a little better. You're 28-inch. You're at a 28.5-inch draw, so that really puts you in a sweet spot for a 33.
Right, for sure. The one thing I'm going to be kind of iffy about, and it's probably something not a huge deal at all, is having like a ground blind or maybe like a tight tree or something at 29. Is obviously it'll probably be a little better, but I mean, what's it really adding from the grip to the top? What is it?
It's 33. So the ATA is actually a little smaller than the riser. That's what makes this bow look so big.
Okay.
Because you look at the Hoyts are at 34-inch, but it doesn't look as big a bow because the riser is a little bit smaller.
Right.
So that's and you're right. We've heard that from a few people, but when you start airing this thing out at 30, 40, 50 yards,
right,
this bow, I think you're gonna notice an improvement right away.
Yeah.
With your grouping.
And from grip to this one, it's what, like 2 inches, right? 2 inches on top, 2 inches on the bottom. So I mean, it's probably really not gonna be a huge difference in ground blinds. I'm just gonna have to probably pick a better tree.
Right. So what do you think? Compare the two. You shot that 33 or that 29 a lot. That V3X 29 a lot.
Yeah.
So how does it compare to the draw cycle versus the execution and how it feels after the shot?
No, I mean, yeah, that 29, that was my baby last year. The 33 as a platform it just sits, and that's kind of why I wanted to go with the 33 this year, just for a little more steady platform. Yeah, I mean, that thing just does not move. God, that bow's dead. Yeah, whatever they did with the split limbs, that's awesome.
So I'm putting you on the spot a little bit. So you were trying to decide, do I stick with my 29 for this season, or do we go with the 33? You thinking the 33 is going to be a nice addition to your arsenal of bows? Yeah,
I definitely think that it's going to be the 33. Also for the fact that because I had the 29, so I'm not gonna get the same bow 2 years in a row. I'm gonna change it up a little bit. If it's the same company, I'm gonna change the axle to axle up. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go 33 this year just to give it something new. Always messing around, always want to try something different.
Okay. And normally the hardest choice is picking the color, and so you've already have the color picked out, so you know which one you're going to get.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I had the V3X in the granite last year.
And keep it the same.
I'm going to keep the granite the same. Yeah. That's just a slick color. I used to be on the camos a good bit, but
those solid colors have come on strong.
Yeah, I mean, you can't beat the granite. I mean, just a straight black.
Green, the black is just.
Yeah, I mean, I've really grown accustomed to just solid colors. I mean, you can do so much more with it. If you're big into colors and customizing it, you can you can do so much more with it.
Yeah, that's the one thing about Mathews is you can really pimp these bows out.
Right, right, for
with
sure.
a lot of accessories that make these things look really nice.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go ahead and get this thing, start moving over some of your equipment off your 29.
All right, let's do it. Let's swap those, and I'll put the single pin on that one. Since this one, I'll probably shoot at longer distances anyway. I'll put the dual indicator on this one.
We had a guy in here yesterday.
Okay.
Strings were.
You'll put the dual indicator.
So I'm gonna put that one, that sight, on here,
Okay.
and just throw that one back on there.
He goes in there to shoot.
All right, so we pulled the grip off of here because he's going to go with side plates, or he's just going to shoot it without the side plates. And
He was fine though.
a lot of guys do that because they like that flat
He actually ordered a set of
flat grip,
Yep.
and that
Yeah,
allows you to
and-
get that heel pressure in there.
And that's the thing, yeah. The less I can prevent that torque from happening by me just getting that flat wall,
Yep.
I mean, why not do it?
So what are we moving from this bow over to that one?
So these are gonna go on there.
Okay.
Do you have any more angled down?
Yeah, we do.
Let me get an angled
8 degree?
down. 8, yep. I'm gonna need another back bar.
Okay.
Thinking about going to Epsilon.
Okay.
And then this side's gonna go.
You're going to move the sight over.
Yep.
Okay. Well, we'll go ahead and we'll move. So I'll get you an 8 degree. You want a new side mount? You want to go with the Atlas, the new Atlas?
I haven't really looked into them.
Okay. Let me show you what we've got.
Yep.
With the Shrewd side mount, we're going to go with the 8 degree. We're going to go with the Epsilon. Went ahead and got these side plates set up for him so he can try these out and see how he likes them. And the sight's the only thing coming off of this bow then. We're going to swap the sight.
Yeah, that's it.
And we can start building the bow.
And a new
New peep.
peep. I think this is a 1/4 inch.
Okay.
So whatever's just a step below that.
Okay. Getting this thing all set up, but we're gonna put the rest on. What arrows are you thinking about shooting this year? 5 mils again?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go 5 mils. Just, I love 4 mils. I love the penetration. I love that there's not a lot of wind drift. But when it comes to like late evening hunts or early morning hunts with the illuminated nocks, it's just, they're just a little more sturdy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Got the bow pretty much put together, kind of on the final steps. We're gonna go ahead and check the timing, make sure everything looks good. Then we'll be ready to shoot. Then we'll look at arrows. All right, so she's all set up.
Cool.
We'll go ahead and get the first shot through it, and then I'll go get a pen and we'll mark that peep for you. And you're shooting that ultra view. How do you like it?
It's crisp, man. It's I wanted something that I could flip back and forth between a hinge and a button because I was shooting a hinge.
Aim a little lower, right there.
And I just wanted to try the button again this year because I knew mentally if I had anything with a trigger on it, I was gonna punch it.
Yeah.
But I've been shooting the hinge for probably 3 years now, and I've noticed that I can.
with it, right?
Yes. And what I liked about hunting with the hinge is that I had the click on, so if by some chance I got sped up or the moment got too fast for me and I heard that click, I knew how, all right, slow it down a little bit.
Yeah.
But I was messing around with it a little bit in the off season and obviously today. And I've noticed you can kind of shoot it like a hinge,
Okay.
keeping that pressure here and just letting the pressure kind of, instead of bow, punching it.
Yeah, well, since you mentioned it, so when you shoot a hinge, there's a positive, neutral, and negative position. And so when you shoot a hinge, it really needs to be in that positive position because when you anchor and draw it back like this, you're gonna, as you add pressure, it's gonna do this. Same idea with a button. So if it's in the positive position, you wrap that thumb around it and you start adding pressure, guess what? It's just gonna go off.
Right.
That's exactly how we coach buttons. We want you to shoot it just like you would a hinge.
And I wish I would have had some coaching getting into archery, but it's been just really all me, YouTube, trying to figure it out.
Yep.
And and that's kind of what you have to do with a lot of things. You listen to everything, and then you kind of pick and choose what works for you. So like I was saying, I've been shooting a hinge for 3 years now, and then so now I kind of know what I have to do, how to shoot the hinge, and it's kind of just
same idea with the button.
rolling over to the button.
Yep. So you talked about the side plate. So you hadn't shot with side plates before, but what it does is it's a spot for that index finger to kind of push up against to be consistent.
No, yeah, it feels really good.
Good shot. Let me get a pin.
So no, yeah, it feels really good. I'm definitely gonna probably put the grip on it just to keep it from being cold.
Yep. Get your thumb in that safety position. There you go. Close those eyes. Anchor in. There you go. Perfect. Now check that peep.
It's money.
It's good. So let's go ahead and paper tune this. Sometimes, you know, it's when we're paper tuning, we got to make sure that it's you know, what the changes we make are on the bow because it needs to be made, not because you punched it or whatever. Just make sure it's a slow.
And I'll kind of let you know of like, that wasn't a good shot.
Yep.
Okay, grip's good.
Not too bad. We've got a little bit of a right tear.
Right. Yep.
Uh-oh.
Now he's chatting. Now he's chatting. That felt really good.
And I mean we're a hair, but that could just be. I mean, look at it from behind. You can see it's a little, but man, that is. I say we go with that, and you shoot it for a little while, and then we'll need to just redo it.
Good right there?
Yep. 291.
Nice.
What were you at before?
279-ish.
Okay.
So yeah.
So 291. That's not bad. That's moving. So
If
this
it's
is your
not-
29. So this is your 29 with the same arrow you just shot out of your 33.
Yep.
This is the size of their boat. Oh, okay.
Good.
Yep.
These are the
297.
So six.
So 6 feet per second faster.
Yep. I may check the axis and stuff on it too after.
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay, so we're good.
Yep, go ahead. That was pretty good.
Nice. Yeah, this release feels really good.
almost, almost.
Yep, you're right in there. I think both of those are in dead center.
Cool.
Hey guys, I just want to thank you for tuning in while we went ahead and set up your new Phase 4 33, and I guess the verdict is it's a pretty good bow.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it. The first 6 shots at 20 yards was all in the X, so yeah.
About that tight.
I don't know if I can complain about anything on it. No, it's super smooth, holds great. And then also I couldn't get over that UV button. I mean, that made the world too. So, but no, I appreciate you hooking me up, tuning it for me, and getting in that X ring.
All right. Well, thanks, guys.